So we're gonna be with you for the next 2 hours. But shout out to all the Eagles fans, man. All my friends out there, everybody that's an Eagles fan, y'all did it. Yeah. Y'all finally did it. So salute to y'all. I think you an Eagles fan, George?
Yes, sir.
Shout out to George. He's an Eagles fan. We got DJ Sarcasm in the building. She got a Cowboy shirt on.
And it's tight.
And I know Sassy is a Cowboys fan by way of.
You gotta give them the props.
And you know, I'm a Raiders fan, but shout out to all you Eagles fans.
You going to the parade?
We're gonna get on that. No, I'm not going. But if you're an Eagles fan, man, you want to call in, talk about that special moment. 610-234-6120. I got two homies that personally went to the game. Shout out to Chris P and Alan Grantham. They actually was at the Super Bowl. So I mean, hey, if you're really a fan and you got opportunity to go, good stuff for sure. I want Chris to call in, but he said he ain't got no voice. So I don't know. But Sassy, how did you enjoy that game?
I enjoyed it for the simple fact that I can't front. I wanted them to win. Mm-hmm. Like, why not? Like, I'm not jumping on the bandwagon, nothing like that. But support, like, for the city. Period. I wanted them to win. So it was a fairly very good game because somebody in the household wanted them to lose so bad, really? And I just was like, I got a feeling that they're gonna win. Yeah. I just had this feeling. But it was a good game.
Good game, man. Definitely a good game, man. Well, since 1963 is their first one, so that's major. A lot of people's grandparents never even seen this happen.
Yeah.
So that's major.
And then they said we could put the no rings to rest.
Right.
It's gonna be a full year of.
Chris, they can give us a couple of minutes. Chris, call in, man. 610-234-6120. George, where was you at during the Super Bowl, and how did you feel after the clock struck 0?
I was at work when I was watching the game in the car or whatever. Once they won, I parked the car and got out. And just sprayed guy. I got scared. I never got scared before.
I was just scared.
That's Brady. Brady, he's a goat, dude. Mm-hmm. Well, when you say he's a goat, he can drive down the field in four quarter and go take it out.
They almost got you.
They almost got it.
Hail Mary.
Yeah,
they almost got you.
And she got it. You look cold. They got a Cowboy back.
Yeah, now she a diehard fan, man. She a diehard fan.
I eat cows. With no TV, no, I eat cows.
Oh man, so are you going to the parade tomorrow?
Yeah, in the morning. I'm going.
Well, I'm not going to ask you because
the only reason I thought about going was to do some live feed there for us.
Okay.
Like that's the only reason.
Are you going or no?
I want to. Well, Slab said he might go.
If Slab is watching this, which I'm sure he is, are you going to the parade? You got to go. It's right here.
I think he said he was.
How about them scepter passes today?
I seen them going like.
So if you don't know, we're just tuning in. They were selling scepter passes tomorrow for $10. And what they say is, if you don't have a monthly pass or a weekly pass, you won't be able to exchange money on the train tomorrow. So you had to get these tickets. Okay. So the lines were ridiculous.
Yeah.
So it cost $10, and people were selling them on Craigslist today for $250.
Yeah.
I know a couple people who sold them for $100.
I know some people.
And I middleman a couple of them. I sold 2 for $80 and 3 for $50 today. And somebody's supposed to be having 4 more tickets for me, but I don't know if they really have them. But I saw that Facebook was in a frenzy. The people were saying, why is people charging so much money for them? But look, man, it's supply and demand, man. Yeah. If you really want to be a part of history,
you're going to pay. You got to pay to play.
Because if the Raiders would have won and I was out there, I would have had to pay for it. Yeah, so guess what they did to our job tomorrow. They told us at 2:30 that it was closing up tomorrow.
Okay.
No work tomorrow.
So what do you want to do at that time?
I want to be at the Mojo. Shout out Cigar Mojo. I'm going to be at the office tomorrow on my laptop watching everything on TV.
Mojo. How was your week so far?
Yeah. Every week is phenomenal.
That's good.
The week so far was good. Because I love my job. I love what I do over at Project Dad. But I want to do a real quick 10 seconds moment of silence. Today is my father's birthday. Me and my sister's father's birthday. He passed away. So I want to do a quick little 10 seconds moment of silence for him. Rest in peace, Pops. We love you. We miss you. How was your week?
Relaxing. I started my job on Monday, so
money.
So
money.
Chilling.
Get that money going for like.
So my last day was on Monday, so I've just been relaxing and taking care of some things. That's about it.
What your dad was an Eagle fan?
Jets. I don't know how. I don't know how he was a Jets fan. I really don't understand that. But yeah, he's a Jets fan.
Hey, your daddy, you know, he cool, never met him. A little player.
Jets fan, yeah, I don't understand. I don't get that one.
See, your family a little crazy. They all live in Philadelphia. Well, they all like different counties.
Yeah.
Eagles,
Cowboys, Raiders.
Raiders and Jets.
I don't understand.
We hate the Jets. We know we hate the Cowboys and Patriots. Old Town down in the Bay.
Yeah, I don't know. But we going to Vegas though.
You know, y'all gotta do what you do. Go to Vegas, do what you do. But I ain't gonna support that. I hate the West Coast.
You ever been?
Yes.
Why you hate it? The weather is nice from what I hear.
But the people are ridiculous.
What you mean?
Let me tell you what I mean. You can't go to different sides of the state without having a different color. I just go with some rainbow faggot. Everything blue and red, I can wear that. That's my favorite color. I have to wear white. Like I'm going to heaven. I'm scared. I came back.
Where was you at?
LBC, Long Beach, California. Then I went to Old Town just to watch my mom come over this side. So we went back to visit. And I came back home. I was prayed to my mom the same week. Said, Mom, I won't go back to your town ever again. But it's been wonderful, though, man. Rest in peace to your dad, though. Keep up the good work going, though. I know you're happy for you while you're up there.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, Sassy.
Yes.
What you got for us?
What I have for you?
What you got for us? You some of that drink roll.
I don't even have this on the top of the picture. What do I have for us?
Either this or something else.
It was something I wanted to. I was reading something earlier. The topic was, what didn't your parents prepare you for as an adult? Okay. Like, what are some things that you weren't prepared for?
So we're gonna both put our mom on the spot tonight.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it's life. Like.
Okay.
So Sassy said, what did your parents prepare you for?
Not prepare you for
in life. Who wants to take that first? I got one major one. I talk about it all the time.
What's that?
Sorry, Mom. But nah, somebody else go first. What's one thing you got for us, little man?
And my daddy teach him how to be a man. He is a golden stone. He was in and out. I had to learn how to be a man on my own. So that's what he didn't teach me. So he didn't teach me how to be a man at all. So I just got to learn from my brothers and people on the street. But he came back, but by the time he came back, he had dementia, so there was really too much he couldn't do. So
Gotcha.
learn how to be a man, so that's what he didn't teach me. So.
And now you got two little girls?
I got two girls and I got a twin daughter and a son. So
okay. You got 4 kids?
I got 3 kids. One's 21 now, and the other 2 are 13. So.
Gotcha, okay.
So I had to teach my son how to be.
You got 21-year-old?
Yeah.
Somebody gave you some ass at 15?
No, I was 13. I was bucking.
Okay.
When you're 13, you just get your little, sperm cells out the thing.
They was swimming.
They was swimming fast. They slid in that joint. I ain't gonna curse, but everybody know what I'm talking about. I slid over joint. A female is wicked.
So your son 21?
I'm doing
21.
My twin is 13.
You got a grown ass woman.
I got a grown ass woman. They got a boyfriend. Almost shot him. Because he's bigger than me.
It don't take much.
It don't. Anybody ask you to put in your 2 cents? I'm trying to be sensitive. You want to bring out the whole shit, just get it right. But yeah, that's what happened. I'm young. And female is wicked. I love them though. And you know, she gave it to me. They tightened up. That's a virgin. I forgot. I forgot where I was at. I was laid there. I was wondering why I was so tight. I don't even have a neck. That shit is closed. And when I got done, I said, "What was that?" None of me. I said, "Oh."
That was your first time?
First time.
Oh.
I was. I walked in bow-legged to my mama after 6 months. I said, "Mama, what's going on?" She said to me, "But what's going on, son? I'm tired. We've been sleeping too much. You got somebody pregnant." A week later, my daughter's mom told me, "You know, you're about to have a baby in 3 months."
You didn't even know.
No, because I didn't know what that was. I didn't know I didn't have sex.
Right.
It was warm. Sorry, y'all. Sorry.
Damn, well, sassy was one thing you wish.
I don't even know how to follow up. One thing that comes up off the top of my mind would be saving, saving, and I'm pretty much saving, yeah, because everything else, I pretty much learned along the way, but just putting money aside, being smart about my funds and everything. But I taught myself along the way how to do that. So that's the first thing that comes off the top of my head.
Okay.
Yeah. That answer? Yeah.
Sarcasm. What you got for us? You all alone playing at YouTube right now. Nah, I would say I'll talk about credit, man. I never forget. I was at Shippensburg, walking the yard, and they had it all set up. You probably saw that when you went there. It was like, "Hey, come get a free T-shirt or a water bottle." I said, "Mom." I mean, texting wasn't big. I had the old Nokia phone with the money case. And I said, "Mom, they talking about I can get a credit card." And she was like, "Do it." But it was like it was nothing behind it. It was just do it. So they gave me $300 in September. And by Christmas, my limit was $1,500. So that Christmas, everybody got something. And then when that January bill came, it was like,
now.
I got a job. I remember I became a delivery guy on campus because I was coming home too much first semester. So I wanted to keep myself there. But, trying to make minimum payments on a $1,500 credit card, but then still spending it to live, it was so I would say credit, man. That's why we in these middle schools, and that's why we trying to, myself and Men of Excellence is trying to, help out our community and talk about the importance of credit, because a very, very good friend of mine, a 777 credit score.
It's 780.
Is that a good thing?
It's phenomenal. The score is 8. It's going to say it scored 850. She can walk in anywhere and get anything. I got a homie that walked in with a 734. Walked in the Jaguar dealership. They gave him the keys. They said, "Bring it back in a week." He didn't fill out any paperwork. He walked out of there with a Jaguar truck. We go to county seller, we gotta leave our license. We gotta get a car.
You gotta get in the car with
They gotta
somebody.
ride in the car with us.
Like we gotta
Bring
permit.
it back.
We go like we having that guy drive with somebody with a permit.
So right now, if you're watching us on YouTube, Instagram, or whatever, what is one thing that you wish your parents would have taught you growing up that you had to find out on your own? 610-234-6120. Chris is going to call us soon also. He actually went to the Super Bowl. So give us a call. We'll be back after a little bit of Ray Charles.
Oh, that's my man. That's my
We about to have a call come in. The homie Chris actually went to the Super Bowl. When you hang up, I'm gonna tell y'all the price of what this thing costs, man. It's bananas on what they spent. But I'm sure it was well worth it. They said we gotta turn up his microphone. We can't really hear him on YouTube. Somebody watching on YouTube.
Hello.
Chris P!
Hey, what's up?
Talk to us, man. You went to the Super Bowl. Tell us how it was, how many days you was there. Talk to us.
Hey, man, you already know it was great. I mean, it could go two ways. It was going to be great or it was going to be terrible. So, first one, it was great.
Cool.
What you need to know?
Like, how was the? Well, where'd you stay? How far was your hotel to the stadium?
I stayed at an Airbnb. We were probably like 10 minutes from the stadium and like 10 minutes from Mall of America, like opposite direction.
Okay. So, like, when'd you get out there? Friday, Saturday?
I got out there Friday morning.
Okay.
I left on Monday morning.
Was it already mayhem?
Yeah. I mean, well, Friday was more crazy because all the media people were there. A lot of the media people left on Friday because they didn't have, tickets to the game. So they came back home and did their pregame shows on Saturday and Sunday.
Gotcha. So
Saturday wasn't really that crazy. Friday was crazier than Saturday.
Okay. What was the atmosphere like when the Eagles came out? So I didn't see the beginning of the game. I was in the car. Did they really come out the Meek Mill song?
They did come out to Meek. People were hyped. Each team had to pick their song. Brady came out to some corny, cliche type music. We were like, we know Brady picked that. Like that. So yeah, they came out to Meek. They were hyped, running all the way up the midfield. Fans were going crazy. It was probably like, I think they said the attendance was like 65,000. It was probably like 40,000 Eagles fans in there.
Wow. So
yeah, it was loud. It was crazy. It sounded like you were at the link, basically.
Two questions for you. When Cooks got smashed, how did the crowd go being in the stadium?
Oh, the Eagles fans loved it. I mean, we had some Patriots fans near us because we got the tickets from Patriots people. So it was, they all thought it was a dirty shot. Like, it's your squad, so you think it's a dirty shot because somebody got hurt.
Right.
So they were all looking up to get it on their phone so they could look at the replay and say that we played dirty. But now the crowd, the Eagles fans were going crazy, especially because it was Malcolm Jenkins. So
right.
That's the heart and soul of the squad right there.
Gotcha. Two more questions for you, brother. One more question. Well, one question now. So, the last play of the game when Brady threw up the Hail Mary, what was going through your mind?
Man, that play took at least like 5 minutes. The ball was in the air. He threw it so high, we lost it in the lights. So you couldn't even see the ball because he threw it so high. And then when the ball hit it, and it was like floating in the air, like it looked like anybody could just grab it. I swore Gronk was about to just one hand and pull it in. When it hit the ground, we couldn't see the clock. You had to turn to the side to see the clock, so we didn't know the game was over. Then we turned to the side, and it was like mayhem. Like our whole section, everybody had the same reaction though, like hand on the head, like they couldn't believe it. Like game is over. The game is over.
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy though. It was worth the experience for sure. I mean, Minnesota is a terrible place. I don't know why anybody did it.
Right. You got any pictures, or you just send me some pictures, man, to my phone?
Yeah, I got pics. I sent you some pics.
And last question. What are y'all going to do now with Foles and Carson? Is Foles going somewhere else, or is Carson really more hurt than what they say he is?
I don't know if he's more hurt than they say he is, but until he comes back, I mean, it's not really worth trading Foles. You're not going to get a first-round pick for him, so they'll keep him around, let him go through training camp, and then see if Carson's healthy. He might not be ready for the start of the season, so keep your backup in there, and then we'll do him a solid at the end of the year, let him lead free agent.
Gotcha. Man, appreciate the call, man. Send me those pics, though.
All right.
You go to the parade tomorrow?
Yeah, me and the wife and kids.
All right, man. Y'all be safe out there.
All right.
Peace. Eagles fans, that was a real fan that actually got to go to the game. Sorry, bro, man. You didn't go to the game, bro.
I was at work, but I'm saying. He went to the game and got a real fan award. What I get?
Even around to.
That's a good answer. I'm Negro. He home with no voice. I'm here with PJ and two of the people.
So, Sassy, repeat your question, because
the question I had was, what is something that you wish your parents would have taught you, for your adult life? What is something that you're like, oh God, I wish I would have known this at the age of 21 or 18. So another one would be, honestly, heartbreak. Something that we never discussed. Yeah.
Discuss that with who?
Like with my mom. Like just to know that it one day will happen. Like
I don't know what she told Sarcasm, but she told me don't fall in love and that trust me, you gonna have not a million, but like at 18.
That's what I'm saying, but don't you got some type of talk.
Yeah, she told me like don't be too head over heels because they come a dime a dozen. Mm-hmm. I didn't listen. I was head over heels. But I think me going to college that first semester woke me. If I didn't go to college, I probably would have been really, really messed up. But that first semester of college woke me up. Because I realized that it's a million of y'all out here. And that, So, yeah. That's what Anthony said. That's what his dad told him. Yeah, look, man, I don't know about you, Jordan, but what was you taught when it came to women? My mom told me really, they come a dime a dozen, all shapes and sizes.
When he was 13,
he really witnessed that
one. Right, but my mom did teach me to say, try before you get into a good relationship, try to achieve high school or go to college and get everything settled before settle with a female, because you don't want to go into something and then you not be able to take care of what you need to take care of, or take care of her with the kids either. Me, after 13, I didn't know. I'm just out there. I didn't know that was true. So I did what I did, and then I had to be out there taking out trash before the people down on the block, and then getting $250 in the end of the week. Turn around, I only got 25 to get a couple tokens. You go to class every day. So didn't know.
What grade was you in?
I was in the 6th.
Sixth grade, I was still playing Little League football. That's what we were thinking about. Damn, I need to hang with you.
But I had to turn my faith over to God and whatever, so I did. Throughout my life, my mom was there because she took care of my daughter when she was born. So I said, all right, I got a chance to go to school. I still got some of the things I had to do to play football. I ain't made college, but I supposed to have been in college, but I didn't go. Because my knees messed up on me. Then they did. My knees, I don't got much legs. I'm a little short. Okay, my knees are there. Okay, I will show y'all later, but I don't got time for a kneecap. But that's what my mom taught me. She taught me how to. If I would have just went to college and did everything, I would have been in a better position. But it is when I was 13. It's just a female fault.
You can't blame it. You can't blame that on them, yeah.
Wow. They the ones that had something good.
At 13, I didn't know what I was doing, bro.
I didn't need to lay
there. Yeah, at 13, I didn't know what I was doing. Man, now, should I go there? I ain't gonna go there. I got talked about when I was 13. I'm gonna put it out. I got talked about my first time doing it. So I didn't know what I was doing at 13. I'm gonna be honest with you. So God, I know I wasn't making no babies because I didn't know what I was doing.
I got talked about too, but when you lay there, it felt wonderful. It was warm and tender. It's like a rib. You know how to rib off the bone?
It's rib off the bone.
Sheesh. I didn't wonder why I kept wanting, but that's what it was. I did what I did.
Did you have a double back or was that one and done?
What, did I have a double back?
We got a caller.
It was one and done.
The Roundtable, talk to us.
It's Ant. What's up, family?
What's going on, Ant?
Nothing much. So I seen this topic was things we wish our parents would have told us about at 21.
Mm-hmm.
Man, that's a rough one. At 21, I had a 1-year-old, so
oh, you
I
did?
was already not listening to what my parents were telling me. I don't think it was really a situation where I wish my parents had told me something, because I felt like they told me, but until you go through life, you see where those things actually pertain to. Like, I find myself now giving younger guys the talks that I didn't listen to myself, and looking at their face like, man, I know that look, you're not even listening to me. But I do remember at 21, after I got out of the relationship with my daughter's mom, I felt like I was chasing love, and a great man, you know I'm better as 8. I'm like, man, what is she doing? I'm like, I'm trying to get a girl. He's like, man, chase the money and the girl to follow. Probably one of the best lessons I got in life, because I don't think I have to chase the female. Just naturally came my way after that.
Got you, man. Thanks for sharing, my brother.
Not a problem. I'm tuned in.
Appreciate you.
All right.
So, if you just tuning in, you can watch us at Connect with the CountryConnect.com. You can watch us live on YouTube at the Roundtable 610, as well as Instagram and Facebook. The topic right now, Sassy, is
what is something that you wish your parents would have told you before you turned age 18 or 21?
So, what is something you had to find out on your own that you wish that if you would have got prepped on it, might have made the situation a little bit better? So give us a call. We'll be right back. Hopefully Little Man can have some more, bring some more of his personality to us. He's doing all right now. But at work, he's hilarious. Be right back. Bobby.
Okay, that works.
Welcome back to the Roundtable, ladies and gentlemen. Sassy's
back. Another topic I guess we could talk about, which is why do people riot for sporting events such as the Phillies or the Eagles, but not for social injustice?
Ooh, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep.
So people pick and choose what they want to stand for, what they don't want to stand for, what they want to stand for 5 minutes or 2 weeks, such as the H&M incident or whatever's hot. It's a hot topic at the moment. People don't research what's going on. They don't get their own information, find their own answers. People just go on what they see on social media at the moment. If it's something that's a bandwagon situation, they just jump on that for the moment. But when it comes to sporting events, it's like, I don't know. Some people I also question. It's like, you're not getting checks. Like, why are you so mad? Like, you're. I mean, of course, you might like a player or something like that, but you're not getting paid for this.
Right.
So, I really don't know why people, pick and choose. But that's just some of my thoughts. Like, what about you?
How do you feel about that, little guy? I mean, little man.
But what happened? I'm not going to say. Maybe because when people when people go to court or whatever, if it's not concerning them, they won't care.
Right.
Yeah.
But if it's something about a sporting event, we watch people go out for a sporting event and go all out for them because Philadelphia Eagles just the first world champion that we ever had as a football player or a fan of the Eagles. That's the first time they ever got a championship or they seen a championship. The last one we had was in 1960. The closest we got was it don't count. I've never seen a little black and white stuff. But that's what happened. In 2004 we got close to there and lost. Right. Now that we got here again and we won it for the first time, everybody gonna go crazy because it seems like that's the first time we ever won anything that is major.
Right.
And football is the most major sport that we watch instead of baseball, basketball.
Right.
But football, that's what we're gonna do. Me personally, I would rather support people and get out of jail to do better.
Right.
Than it is for people that don't even know us.
Exactly.
Football fans don't know us. Football people players don't know us at all. They just know us when we riding down the Broad Street. They see us, hey, how you doing? They don't give a crap about us. They don't know our birthdays or holidays, none of that.
Yeah.
So I'm a football fan of the Eagles, yes. But for me to go crazy and flip over cars and get too drunk and don't know what I'm doing, I'm going in the house, take me a shot of liquor, and lay down. That's it. I'm not watching you. I'm not getting paid your money. You don't pay my bills, nothing. I'm broke. I'm trying to get rich.
I don't understand. So if you seen, they was flipping cars over, standing on top of not the rich car, but the hotel and knocking down the alderman.
The sign.
I don't understand, but like you said though, people only get the phone. The Roundtable, talk to us.
Oh, down my phone.
Hello.
Hello.
How you doing?
Hello, I'm calling in.
What topic are you calling about?
I'm calling about the topic of which you wish your parents would have taught you when you was younger.
Okay, so what do you wish?
Well, I have one of them moms. She taught me actually everything, and I'm actually following the trait with my daughter, teaching her how to, balance the checkbook, how to look at her account, and invest in little stuff. So I actually knew, a lot more than, sort of expected.
Okay. And how's that working out for you teaching your daughter now?
Well, as long as it's involving money, of course, she interested. But I feel as though it's something that they need to know because a lot of these things they don't get taught in school. And you don't know it. Like, people don't know how to write or balance a checkbook or write a money order, and that's important.
Now you're right, because I didn't learn how to write a check until I was like 22.
Yeah, see, like a lot of us, we depend on our parents. So, yeah, and that's like crazy because that really helps you along the way.
Absolutely. Appreciate you for calling in. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Y'all have a nice night.
You too. Butter. That was you, Butter?
Yeah, it was me. It was me right
I cannot wait till work on Monday.
My wife talking about my daughter know about money. She do.
So how about your son? Because your daughter knows, but they twins. How about your son?
My son knows a lot. I teach him a lot about money, how to balance it out. And she know about a lot about money, but she also know a lot about spending it. And she know about the money, but when you give her change, like a bunch of change, dime, nickels, and quarters, she hate it because she would rather count dollars because she can count them fast. That's what you do. No, I mean, that's what you do. That's, her mom don't. Me and her do everything we need to do for the kids, but he give her the dollar. I still change as a counter. You don't know how to count, you ain't gonna have it. Then she sit there for like 15, 20, trying to count 10, 20, nigga. My son can count the dimes quick, but you know, but a long story short, that's what we do. We teach her how to write a checkbook, money order.
Okay.
I get her my checkbook and whatever. They write this out.
You got a checkbook?
Yeah, I got a checkbook. So
well, I got one, but I don't use it. I'm sorry. I have one, but I don't use it. I'm sorry. She clear that up.
I made sure she pay her. I made sure her phone bill was $55. I say, write the check out, and she write it out. My son say, Dad, I want to write it out. So they write it out. Right. I said, what do you pay to the order of? Pay to the order of who? Cookie. Right. And then they put down how much money on it, then they give them check to them, then they cash or whatever. Yeah. So I'm teaching them how to do that. I'm teaching them how to swipe the card, how to go in.
You know that.
Yeah. So, but by the time they go to college, they're 18 to 21. I'm suspecting them not acting how to write a check or take money out.
Don't be like me. I ain't gonna lie. I found out how to write a check by Big T.
Hold on.
I had to write a check for Norristown Minute Excellence, and I went into a meeting to pay my dues, and I didn't know how to write a check. And Big T taught me how to write a check, and every now and then he try to talk about.
I got one question for you first.
Go ahead.
For you first. Because you say you don't know how to write a check.
I do now.
I know you do now, but if I had to choose the person besides myself to write up to learn from somebody, person it would be you.
I know now though.
I'm okay.
That's cool. 8 years ago, no.
Okay, my son was probably when he was 8 years old. But I would love my son to learn from besides me to him because like, he got a radio station.
We got one.
We got one. I'm just joining. I'm just part of the team. I'm the shooter guy on the team.
True.
And I'm the only Eagle fan sitting here. I got me getting scared.
Well, Slab is an Eagles fan. He just not here tonight. He's a diehard fan.
I can't support him because he's not here. He got a Cowboy fan. I do EB.
The Roundtable talk to us.
Hey, what's up, family? What's going on, Shaky Jake?
What's going on, Shake?
What's up, y'all? How y'all doing tonight?
Chilling. What you call talking about?
I just logged on, man. So, what's the topic? My bad.
So, Sassy came up with a good topic. Is what is something that you wish your mother or father would have taught you while you was younger, so you wouldn't have to learn it on your own and in your adult years?
Oh man. I ain't talking about mom and dad out there, so I ain't gonna
I did. I had to.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of things. I mean, it's a lot of things that they could have taught me, but the problem is they wasn't taught it. So,
right.
You know what I mean? That could be a whole bunch of things. I mean, I learned a lot of things growing up, just being a man, just going through life on the fly. You know what I mean? Going back to just about my history, about just a lot of stuff. You know what I'm saying, that they probably wasn't taught themselves. So I can't even name one single thing that I learned growing up that they didn't teach me. I learned so much. You know what I'm saying? Just growing up being a man, I learned a lot. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, yeah, at the end of the day, I think that parents, I mean, a lot of times, especially parents, like, they got to educate themselves, first of all, before we can educate our children. Like, with my daughter, my 2-year-old daughter, she's 2 years old and probably know more than I knew, when I was 10 years old already. Just because of the fact that I know way more, you know what I'm saying, about a lot more stuff now than my parents might have known when they was 20, 21 years old when they first had me.
Gotcha. Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that goes deep into a lot of things. More so just how educated you are, just as a parent in general. I heard y'all talking about checkbooks and bouncing like that. My mom actually was good with checkbooks, so I was taught kind of how to balance a checkbook. But I mean, nowadays people don't even write checks like that.
Right.
You know, I mean,
well, all these
like
apps and stuff, yeah.
Everything like credit, everything is cards. You know what I'm saying, or online and stuff like that. So, you know, I can see how a 10-year-old not gonna know how to balance a checkbook by the time they're 15 because they're not gonna need to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So some stuff just gets phased out and fused out. You know what I'm saying? They're just old school or whatever like that. But yeah, man, it's a lot of stuff I had learned just growing up that I actually wasn't taught. But I think that's life in general. You know what I mean?
Gotcha. Well, I do got a question for you though.
Go ahead.
I know you're not watching football and all, but how do you?
I have watched the Super Bowl though.
Okay, so how do you think this is something major for the city, or how do you feel about the Eagles winning? Shit.
No, I mean it's major for who?
For the fans, and for the city.
That's what people don't understand. That's one thing, cause I'm not as big as a football fan as I was before. Because a lot of things, a lot due to protest, a lot of stuff like just talking about me growing up as a man, learning a lot of stuff. That's why I'm not as big as a football fan as I was before. You know, first, you know, we played football basically our whole lives, so I was a big football fan before. But a lot of it, I mean, most of it is about money, just like anything else. And when the championships don't mean anything for individuals through the fans, it just, I think what it does is it gives fans a false sense of you think you won something when you didn't win anything. And I think that's what fanhood is. They make you seem like you're a part of the team when you're really not. I mean, it really does nothing for you. It just makes you seem like you're a part of something. And everybody want to be a part of something. So it makes you feel like you're a part of something. So when they win, they just make you feel like you won. And that's why it makes you feel better about whatever, because it makes you feel like you won. When in reality, you ain't win anything. Only people winning is the people up top making money, which is the owners and billionaires. Also with the city, all the city's going to do is make money because you're going to get more business and your city gets put on the map more. And people want to come to your city more because you're part of a winning culture and blah, blah, blah. So all stems to feeding the cash cow. And I mean, and the cash cow is the people up top. And that's the people who makes the money and who really is winning. We're not winning anything by winning Super Bowls.
Okay. Well, I appreciate your feedback on that. Keep watching the show, man.
Are you already
and
know?
keep teaching Nubia the things that she needs to know in the real world, my brother.
Absolutely, man. That's my duty, brother.
Yes, sir. Peace.
Thanks for calling in.
Peace. Yes, sir.
But I agree with him on that.
Yep.
On what point? Which one?
As far as like, because I was thinking about, it's like the other night when I was after the aftermath of the win and just watching everybody like storm out in the street. And it was like, we're kumbayaing for this moment. For just this little bit of time. Like we said, crime rate is down. Like everything, it's just
it ain't been too many murders since New Year.
It has not. That's true. But it's just like, then now what? Like it's only going to be until like the parade, and then it's just going to die down and going to be just right back to where we were. So I agree with him on a lot of that.
So a little sidebar. We had a TED. You know what TED Talk is?
No.
You know what TED Talk is?
No.
All right, so we had a TED Talk here in Norristown on Saturday, right? We had that Stewart Middle School. If you don't know what TED Talk is, just go on YouTube tonight and just type in TED Talk. So TED Talk is all over the country. You have it maybe 4 people, 5 people, and they talk about something that they're either in their field or expert in, or whatever they want to talk about. And so let's just say, so we had one in Norristown, right? So Trey Hadrick talked about leadership. And it's anywhere between 10 and 18 minutes. You got to follow their guidelines. We had an interesting one. We had one where a guy from Norristown named Jay Atlas, he rode a bike from New York City, him and his homies, to Cali. And they were raising money because human trafficking is real. So they were supporting human trafficking. And they rode from New York City to California. And Jay said he went 11 days that he wasn't able to wash up. And I don't know if you know this, ladies and gentlemen, but human trafficking now is at an all-time high, where You may go over a guy's house and think that everything is cool, and you get snatched up, and nobody's ever hearing from you again. Like, the shit is real. We had the lady from the news. What's her name? Renee Fashad. The lady from the news channel 10, I think.
Channel 10.
And then we had this is real deep. We had a guy named Mr. Doyle, Ben Doyle, who, looking at him, you would think that he was a man. Like, he helped me carry the food in the steward. Didn't know he was talking. He started talking, and he really was a woman. And he said how in the 90s he got married, like a little small private joint in his backyard. And then a couple of years ago, Cali approved same-sex marriage. And he did it over in Cali. But if you remember, a couple months after that, they pretty much like reneged on everything. It wasn't official. So then, now it's official and he got married again. But he was saying how his kids knew him from being mommy to now he's daddy. So, I mean, that really gets deep. So the moral of the story is we bought that actually to Norristown for the second year. So if you're not familiar with it, YouTube it. It's some crazy, it's some good stuff. Like a couple years ago, a guy came out of prison in Cali, and he was saying how in prison you don't learn nothing. And he taught himself about the stock market. And he was in prison making money on the stocks. And when he got out, all he did was go to low income areas and teach people how to get money off stocks. And I mean, TEDx, like really, seriously, if you're not doing nothing, YouTube it. Like TEDx is really, really dope, man. So I'm happy to be that we were a part of that for a second year. And you know, it's deep. I don't know how I got on that topic. I'm sorry. I don't know how I went off on that tangent, but 610-234 6120. You can log on countryconnect.com. You can watch us on YouTube, the Roundtable 610, Facebook, Instagram. But let's get some more callers, because I mean, I think Sassy really came up with a good topic, you know. And for us not to repeat the things that, you know, that so many times in our communities, we do certain things because that's all we know.
Right.
But that don't make it right. You know what I mean? What do our moms say all the time? What do you call it? Generational curse? Is that what it is? Yeah. And you know, it's like certain things that just keep going on and on and on and on, where it's like, when are we going to jump in and just stop it? Like, just cut it out. Like, something I'm going to say to you off the air. I saw something the other day and it reminded me of you. And seriously, so give us a call. I think this topic right here is actually a good topic. Because we always scream it's about the youth. But what are we really doing about the youth? Somebody at TEDx said, take 2 hours out of your week, out of a whole 7-day week, and give back to something or somebody. It's only 2 hours. Right. It's not much at all. And give back. You know, everybody can't do. You know, everybody don't have the time to do what I do. You know what I mean? I don't have a wife. I don't have a kid. Everybody can't just go hard. Right. But if Sassy and Patty and George gave just 2 hours to something,
right,
it make a difference. You know, it don't matter if you can give every day or if you can give an hour. Just do something to give back to your community, because you know, a lot. Project Dad taught me a lot, man. I'm grateful the way we were raised, that we literally never had to think about what was for dinner. Like, we were fortunate to not have to think about what was for dinner. Like, I know when I came home from practice, it was going to be a meal on the stove. It might not have been always what I wanted, but it was a meal. Right. You know, and then working at Project Dad has taught me that, no, some people literally don't know what to come home to.
And I was going to say, not to cut you, I was going to say, like, I was going to put together, like, looking for, like, a family, like you said, who might not know where their next meal will be, and I will be willing to, you know, cook a home-cooked meal for a family, to give them to at least have a home-cooked, a family who needs it. Like, you know, if it's a family out there who, like you said, some of your fathers or something who really need, like, a home-cooked meal, like vegetables, meat, like everything to like donate and start, you know, giving back. But that's something I can do, you know, to help. It's just like you say, some people really don't know where their next meal, or if it's cereal and water, or it's like you never know. So just let me know. I'll put a post.
I know a grown man that needs something to eat at night or the regular. What you about to say? You about to say something?
I think that it would be. I'm not gonna say it might be a good topic. I don't know, but who is the person that motivated you to get better? Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Because I didn't have a dad in my life. You know? Okay. So I can teach my son because I'm a man that he will be a man one day. Mm-hmm. But I have his mom most part of my life to teach me how to take care of female, how to treat your daughter, talk to your daughter, whatever. But I never really have a man. I have 4 other brothers. They taught me how to do this, do that. But what is it that you got to teach? What is it that you really teach another person? Like me, I never been in jail, never been this. But who is it that you know that came into your life as a man and taught you how to be nice to other people? Something that a man taught you, or female, doesn't matter. How to keep going and how to be that man that you need to be for your family.
You want to go first?
For me, even though my mom and I didn't have the best relationship, like she did teach me how to keep going. Like you might have been in bad situations, but she taught me like grind, like get your money, do what you got to do. And then people along the way that I've met, and like through time from back home to moving here, like people were like, you have so much potential, you can get things done. And then also my girlfriend, who has always inspired me, like even when I have bad days, like you can do it, like keep going, like you got so much potential, so many things you can do, like why stop here? Like, so just people along the way, and then in relationship, my long-term relationship has taught me a lot to keep.
Yeah, I like that. I like that. I like that. I don't know if you know, but they're together. I don't know if you know that.
I wasn't even my neighborhood.
Yeah, I know if you know that.
I didn't want to say nothing. You know, you can tell the difference when that's a woman and go to the other man. That's a female Negro. And that's a woman that's like, go ahead, play out. But to do it. But to show them what you can do, play out. If you got good hair, you go mess it up. I'm sorry. That's like Percy here. I don't know if anybody go to commercial, but I wanted to say this before we go to commercial. Percy here inspired me a lot. Later on, like I know about Project Dad.
Right.
I've been around before Project Dad of my church. But when he came in and sat down with me and said, "Yo, this is what I do," boom, 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 boom. I said, "Damn, that's what I." That might not be what I want to do, being on the radio or whatever. But once I'm a comedian, but once I become famous or whatever I want to do, I know eventually I'm going to have to be on the radio. And eventually they're going to want me on the radio. But I want to be able to say, okay, person took me this.
Right.
He did this. But when I go get famous, I'm not going to ever. So most people forget about the hood. But okay, I'm not going to bring the hood with me. But I'm not going to forget about him either.
Right.
I'm going to go back down and put something in the hood for everybody to love. I'm going to come back and say, yo, thank you this person, that person. But like my pastor, I go to church. Me and Percy know where I go to church at. You know that's my church home. My pastor Lus is the singer. He the one who really
running back for the Eagles in the 60s.
Shot 60s, yes. From 1978 to 82.
Oh, sorry. The 70s, my fault.
He put that man old as dirt. But I'm saying, but he took me a lot about staying humble. If you really love what you do, keep going.
Right.
Don't stop until you get it. He did the same thing. That's why I graduated him and bring me here today. I never know what this future holds. This might be weird. Somebody might be looking at us now and say, "Oh, bring him over here, do this, do that."
Right.
But I'm not in it. I'm in it for me saving people and helping people out. But I'm also want to get paid for it too one day.
Right.
So at the end of the day,
everybody wants their
check. But at the end of the day, I want to be able to come back and say, "Thank you, Percy." Right. I remember this person being here. Remember you. Remember her being here. Even though she didn't say nothing all night. I'm going to get on it. Somebody got the call in here. While I'm talking. But you're a Cowboy fan, though. Don't get on her. But thank y'all, man. Let's keep going.
No problem. Happy to have you.
Nah, man. I mean, what's the phone? Oh. I mean, everybody probably got this one person. If you're from Norristown, you're a man. Buddy Epps, man. Buddy Epps kept everybody afloat. Seriously.
Right.
I tell my barber all the time, Hammer, Keith, I tell him all the time, I said the barbershop has a big influence on young men. You know, you're in the barbershop once a week or every other week, and you're sitting there for hours at a time sometimes, and you hear everything that's talked about. So like, you know, shout out to Style Gallery on the West End. All the time I go in there and I say, listen, y'all can't play music with cuss words in there when ladies come in or little kids. Like they hear it. Like we need to talk about some stuff that has substance. Now sometimes you go in the shop, you want to let loose. But when it's the younger crowd in there, you really want to, I don't want to say censor it because it's not being censored when they're in the real world. Right. But sometimes you really, like, you learn a whole lot in the barbershop. So Keith Barnett, Buddy Epps, and then at my job we talk about what it is, like who told you how to be a man. And I say it all the time. Shout out to Teddy Ellis, man, Mr. Ellis. Every day he woke up before everybody. He made breakfast for everybody. He made lunch for everybody. And everything he did was really the model of how it was to be a man. So everybody know Mr. Ellis in Norristown. Like he was really that guy. So, you know, today world, you can't go around and serve the whole community lunch meat sandwiches. That'd be kind of weird. But Mr. Ellis could really go pull up on Wall Street and pull out a bunch of sandwiches and nobody questioned it because everybody knew who he was. Now I know we live in a whole different world now, but I mean, and then my homie Jason Ellis, his dad, Mr. Ellis, my football coach. I mean, I was lucky to have countless amount of men around to teach me stuff. You know, even my step-pop, you know, when my mom met him, he was in prison. And the relationship we had through the letters, and then when he came home, it was stuff that I remember to this day, you know. And then obviously my own father, you know. So, I mean, shout out to all the men that's involved in their kids' lives. I tell the guys in my program, I don't give a fuck if you don't got no money at all. It's a million things you can do in the city of Philadelphia that's for free. Kids don't know the value of money, so just be involved in their lives. Your kids don't know what the fuck $1,000 is. So if you're just involved in their life, that's all that matters. Take them somewhere. It don't cost shit to go to the park. It's a website called fatherhood.gov. It's 100 things you can do in the city of Philadelphia that don't cost no money. And then also you got Groupon. The shit don't cost money. Like, kids don't know what money is, so if you stop saying you don't have no money and you don't want to be involved because they don't understand money. Like my little brothers and sisters don't understand money. So if I picked them up Saturday and took them out anywhere, they don't know.
It's the time. It's the
they just want to be with daddy. They just want to be with mommy or whatever. They don't care about the money. So, like, let's start really pouring into not only our own kids, but to our community. Because everybody else is doing it. And the shit's free. Don't cost no money. If you need some tips, hit us up. Because I got a lot of tips that's for free for you to do. And I get tickets for the low also. So
yeah, I know good discounts.
I get 6 tickets, Eagles games, Phillies games, Fire ticket. But
even as an adult, like still to this day, it's about time for me. Like time is important. So and it builds memories. You never know when it's somebody, you know, last day you might see them, but to build memories. Like so that is important. And just like you say, I know good discounts too. Like, did you ever go on Retail Me Not?
I didn't. I ain't never done that.
I told you.
Well, my sister's out coming on 6 p.m. One of my fathers told me months ago that it's official. And I was like, yo, official. I said my sister been seriously though, man.
Sponsorship for you 6 p.m.
That's my sister.
I look alike.
Won't look alike? I thought so. So now seriously though, man, listen.
The eye coordination.
I tell my barber all the time, man. Y'all hold the most, not the most, but y'all hold a big influence in the community because as young men, most of the times, unfortunately, fathers aren't taking us there. So what is that?
I had a joke, but I don't want you to get that.
So we're in the barbershops, so it's kind of like we listen to what's going on. You know, Buddy Epps had us in the barbershop thinking outside the box. You know, Keith, me and him go back and forth all the time in a good way. But I'm like, yo, you hold the power. Like, you're a barber. They gonna listen to you for listening to Mr. Percy on the street. they see me pull up with a tie on, like whatever. They're trying to, they see you in what they wear, so they want to listen to what you say. You know, I don't wear this outside of work, but if I go from work, I got this on. They're not trying to hear what the fuck I gotta say. So, you know, barbershops, I think barbers really hold the weight in the community, and we can't keep depending on the schools. Schools are only going to do what the curriculum allows them to do.
Right.
Very seldom you get a teacher that's outside the box, but 610-234-6120. Go watch us live on YouTube, the Roundtable 610. It's the same for all our social medias. We got Sassy, Sarcasm, Little Man. We be back after a quick commercial break. We'll hit you with a little bit of Ralph Tresvant sensitivity. got a whole lot to say on the break, man. What's up, man?
I'm gonna tell you what I I'm not gonna hold my tongue. I'm gonna tell you what I said. I'm just letting people know there's men in this world that fall for the ugliest looking woman that I've seen in my life. My wife beautiful, skinny, 110 pounds.
110 pounds?
Yes.
I can deal with that.
I can, because anybody bigger than me, I'm 190, they fat. But back to the matter at hand.
110?
110. She trying to gain a little weight. I've been feeding her ribs. But what we were talking about before you went over what you did, a man, be pulling the ugly looking people that look like Jay-Z. And my little sister-in-law right here, she came in the studio with the beautiful looking woman in my right next to my wife. But what I'm saying is that they ugly, but I seen your girlfriend. But yo.
Well, you looked over there. You looked over there. Keep going.
I got scared as hell. My tongue. That hurt it. But they just like she's beautiful, man. And them two together. I hope y'all get married. I want to invite you to your wedding. Some of you want me to hear you drunk.
Yeah, we got one this Saturday, yo.
Who? The virgin? Okay, cool.
We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that until you're on the air. We're not gonna do that until you're on the air.
I'm just saying, bro, there's the ugly looking females out here that with the ugly looking niggas. Especially the people that be on the Project Dad.
Hey, alright, so anyway, if you want to talk about something that you wish you was taught when you were growing up. 6'10", 234-6120.
Why you keep moving? I'm sorry, bro, y'all cut you off. Why you keep talking about when you were growing up? I ain't grow that much. 5'2". What you want me to do? That's when you got older. That's all.
When you got older.
Thank you, sir. I'm not even get that tall.
No. Sassy, we was in the bar today. I'm gonna send you a picture. His feet couldn't sit on the bar. His feet was hanging. Yo, I took a couple pictures. Hold on, let me show you. I don't think you know.
I asked the bartender one question. I asked the one question. She gonna straight out tell me no.
Yeah.
I was in a tall chair. You gonna see my socks. And then I asked the bartender, ma'am, can y'all order some seats where I can sit in, where I can touch the joint?
He definitely asked her.
She said, like, yeah, she looked at me tomorrow. Hell no.
Shout out to her. Oh my goodness.
And I lost. She got mad because she told me, why you keep blinking eyes so fast? I'm losing circulation in my legs. I can't take this. So I gotta go walk around. Yo, you my sister, I don't care with nobody. You might be a coward, man. I ain't gonna never come to your house. Sorry, I'm back to about this scepter place. About scepter. They going up.
Scepter?
Yeah, they going up.
I thought they went up already.
They going up again in June.
Yeah. That's like when people always say, well, does it cost this much? Like every year, everything goes up.
What's it called? The
stock market crash?
Turnpike go up. It dropped.
Yes.
Like 200 points yesterday.
Yes. I've been tracking.
Cause I got hit.
A lot of people I know got hit.
I got hit hard. Let me check. Yeah. I got hit hard yesterday.
That means you're not
but it went up. But it went up today 50 points.
We'll see.
I got me a punch buggy. Bought me a buggy. Remember them old buggies that used to have the engine in the back?
Yeah,
and the trunk in the front? I'm buying one of them joints. Foot.
I like those. They had them boys in the hood.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keeping good. Oh, you ready for this?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Today that's at 460.
Oh, yes.
Look at what it at now.
Yeah. We need to get back in.
At 2 o'clock it was at 460. Now it's at that. I'm excited. I said
Yeah,
it went up today.
Yeah.
Like look, like
yesterday.
Stock market. I don't know if y'all can see that, but earlier today that said a lower number, and now it's up. Damn. And guess what? I had a combo last night, and somebody was telling me, "Don't put so much money in there. Stop putting so much money in there." And now look, I'm gonna one up. So anyway, listen. 610-234-6120.
It went up.
What is something you wish that you may have been taught growing up? You talking about them Eagles?
What's my money?
But I got a question though. Well, Seth said it. Why do people riot for sporting events but not for social injustice. And I think a lot of people, like Little Man said, until the event hits home, they don't really care.
Right.
So listen, man. But I got a quick question for the last 30 minutes. Why don't we read? As a whole, why don't we read? It's some good stuff in these books. Again, I read that credit book. 313 pages was the best $14.99 I spent in my life. I went from a 504 to a 673, and I'm approaching 700. When I get 700, game's over. But why don't we read? So as a whole, ladies and gentlemen, why don't we read? We got free libraries. We got all these smartphones. Why don't we read?
People only read what's on social media. That's where they get all their information from.
And that is false.
Exactly.
The reason why I think that people don't.
Do you read? Don't lie. Keep it real.
Sometimes.
I read books?
I don't read books often, but I do read the Metro every morning when I get up to go to work or whatever. I do read. My reading level was never that good. It was always a couple years back. Like when I got 9th, it was on 7. Then I had to learn how to get better with it. So I started reading newspapers. My teacher always told me, if you don't know the word that you put it in, pick a word that closest meaning the same as the word that you got, and then keep going. Then when you get it, you get it. But the reason why people don't read, I think, because to them it's boring. It don't interest them. You know what I mean? But what my pastor taught me is Rich Dad, Poor Dad. I think that's a good book. That's a good book.
You read that book?
Yeah, I read it. I read it every time. I read it every time. And even if we put $1 away every day, at the end of 365 days, you put $1 away, you got $265. But if you put pennies away, tens away, whatever how much you want to put away, at the end of the year, you're going to have what you have because you're not worrying about it. That's why I read it. That's why I'm in a position where I'm at now with a couple 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, whatever.
Oh, okay.
I just got it because Rich Dad Poor Dad. I saved up, and my credit was good, and they gave me whatever. But
what's your credit score?
My credit score is 790, and I just found that out.
I don't got that shit. Not yet, but I will.
And I will. When you think you don't got no credit at all, my credit is 790 because of the fact that I don't do credit cards, but I got my credit back up, whatever. But if y'all ever wanted to read a book, man, read Rich Dad Poor Dad.
That's a really good book.
Real good
you
book.
Read it?
Years ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
Real good book.
Yeah, man. Listen, man. I say it all the time. Credit is key. I used to always think, oh, if I got 20 grand in the bank, I'm good. No. That 20 grand can easily go. Use what they call OPM. Use other people's money. Like seriously. Like I'm learning that more and more. Question.
What?
It's on the spot.
Go ahead.
Did you ever get that life insurance?
I'm working on it.
I
know.
Come on, sexy.
Wait, because I have a list of stuff. I know it's no excuse. I know it's no excuse, but I just need to go to somebody because I've been doing the whole quote thing, but I know I need to just sit down and talk with somebody.
The other day I was hitting up Debbie, and listen,
outside a job, like a job.
I got 4 policies, right? And again, I used to hate talking about this, but we're all gonna die. My mama got one out on me. I don't know how much, whatever. I don't know. She might have. I don't know. But I got one at the job, which is like 2 times your salary, which is pretty all right. Then I got 2 personal ones though, and I was telling Debbie like, listen, I got it set up literally where. I hope y'all watching. I got a couple goddaughters. They're on my policy, so if I go, it's goddaughter 1. So it's Lyric, it's Talia, it's Neve, it's Nubia, and it's Camille. They got one whole policy themselves. And then I got another one that Sarcasm is on, and the one over there is on, and Reese is on.
Great guys.
Because unfortunately, it's going to happen. And then what's that? I have a living will. Like that's real. Like okay, I don't have 1 million properties and all that, but guess what? If I go tomorrow, Sarcasm will get a phone call. Debbie will get a phone call. And Reese will get a phone call. It's real simple.
It is.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure, little bit.
About what you talking about? If you put let's say you mentioned, I got life insurance out on me. It's $35,000 on me if I pass. You know what I mean? But I got it where my kids come first with it. Like if I pass away, my older daughter, my twin, they got it.
Okay. Right.
I'm not saying my wife don't deserve what she get, but I got another one out where if I pass away, where my wife get it.
Right.
Now the question I got for you first is that now I got 2 different life insurance policies where it's I got my wife and my brother on one where they gotta split it.
Okay.
And my kids on the other where they if I happen to something go to me, they can't touch it until they get 21.
Right.
But my older daughter got it where she get it. But the question is that if you got 2 different life insurance policies, can you use both of them, or they both can come out?
All of
it.
If I die tomorrow, Project Dad pays out her and my mom.
Okay.
And there's 2 times my salary, so she get half, my mom get half.
Okay.
And then I got Trans-America.
Okay.
Where she gets some,
right.
Somebody else gets some, and my mom gets some.
Right.
But then I got another one.
Right.
What's Linda through? Who Linda through? I don't remember.
I remember.
But that's all through my goddaughters.
Okay.
Right. You know, now obviously I don't have no kids, so she cool just to be cool. She cool because that's my heart. And my mom just got some bread, you know, to do whatever. Because it's going to happen and you don't know. Like I was in an accident a month ago. Luckily it was nothing, you know, my back hurt, but luckily it was nothing serious.
Right. Because
you never know.
Right.
That's the same thing we had a car accident that's the other day, last week. And I didn't get hurt because I was in a Suburban, you know, that said high. And when the person came in front of me and I couldn't see him, and it was smack, then nothing come out. It just happened. I jumped a little bit. Okay, whatever. But that's what it is. But if Lord knows, I can walk out the next day to get shot, to get hit by a car. I know I'm not gonna make it. Because one of my cousins, his mom got off the bus. And the bus was at a red light, and not red light, but green going into like yellow light. The mom came right across the center bus, and the guy was going around the bus, hit her, smacked her right down the block, and killed her right on instant. So I'm like, yo. So that's one of the reasons why I don't even cross the bus. Even if it's green light, I wait till it crosses. Because I almost got hit before me. I almost got hit getting off the back of the bus, and the guy was coming on the right side of the bus. That's an automatic ticket. Because you can't never go on the right side of the bus because people getting off of it.
Right.
And when I go to step, lucky I jumped back before I went down because the car came right in front of me.
In a rush.
So
plus you little.
Yeah, I was little. You know what I'm mad about? I always get off at the back of the bus. I know they're going to take off the subject. I always go at the back of the bus. How the hell they got a bus kneeling in the front but not in the back?
Oh, yeah.
You know, when I step down, my kidney hurt. But that's what it is, bro.
You know what? We had insurance people on the show before, but how many fires happen where you see GoFunds and fucking fish fries? Like I mean I get it, everybody help out, but you pay $15 a month for a house or apartment for $25,000-$30,000. The shit, like fires happen.
You got renter's insurance.
It happened
for sure.
Do you watch This Is Us?
Yeah.
That's my show.
I just started.
So the show after the Super Bowl was the house burned down.
Yeah.
But I best believe they had motherfucking house insurance. So yeah, you might lose your long memories, but guess what? You can buy all that new shit. Yeah. Also shout out, man. Listen, I got to hook up with a Sleep Number. If you need a queen or a king size bed, I can get it for you, brand new, delivered to your house.
I seen it today.
Queen or a king, $1,200 for the mattress. If you want the whole bedroom set, the whole bed is $1,700. Hit me up 484-714-7666. Listen, brand new. Sleep Number will deliver it within 48 hours right to your house and put it together for you.
You still got Chimas too?
I got the Chimas hook up Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday from 5:30 to 9, 8:45. If you want to go to Chimas, hit me up. No strings attached. All you gotta do is pay for tax, tip, and gratuity. And listen, if you want to drink, that's on you. But the meal is $58, and I take care of that. Stop asking what the catch is. There's no catch. Only catch is you gotta dress up. Don't show up in a hoodie and Tim's.
Yeah.
Put a button up on, some slacks, and go enjoy yourself. Everything doesn't have to have a catch to it. Like, it don't.
Definitely don't.
So chimas, mattresses, whatever you got, whatever you want, I can get my hands on it, man. 610-234-6120. I'm about to play my favorite song.
I'll tell you one thing, next time I come to your TV show, I'm with me some sweatpants and a t-shirt.
I told George, don't wear